I am going to transition again to our other program that I'm talking about today, which is called CODEFY. So this is something new. This is a partnership with a company called CODEFY that provides software development training in particular at no cost to students, to young adults in particular from tribal areas. And it's basically here to create non-traditional pathways toward entry-level software jobs. We have Sabina here on the call, who is the founder and teacher at CODEFY. She is super passionate about making sure that tech jobs and this industry that is so competitive and so prevalent in our workforce these days is really accessible to everyone. So that is something she's really passionate about. I met Sabina at ACES in Arizona in 2021. Yeah, last national conference. ACES is the American Indian Science and Engineering Society. In the video, you saw that we sponsor students to go to different events, and ACES is one of those things that has a career fair. And I was recruiting at the career fair and met Sabina. So it was a wonderful connection because we want to make sure that we're providing opportunities, not just to those who are currently in college or pursuing a post-secondary education, but provide alternatives to those folks who are young adults and want to have training happen in a different way. So that's what was exciting about this. And I'm going to just talk briefly about what CODEFY is and the application process, and then turn it over to Sabina to share more details of what you would learn in the program and some great testimonials from folks who have gone through the training already. So just some basics on what this training program is. Again, it is an opportunity for Sealaska shareholders, descendants, or a spouse of a shareholder. You must be between the ages of 18 and 26 years old. This is aimed at those who have recently graduated from high school or outside of high school, who aren't going to school, and who are not currently in post-secondary education, but want to learn about technology and the different computer software career paths out there and get really practical training in that. This photo is the last cohort, I believe, that went through the program. Sabina and CODEFY is based in Arizona, but we're excited to be able to bring this to Alaska. So some application details here. The application is due January 8th. You can find the application on mysealaska.com. So not sealaska.com, but mysealaska.com/opportunities/CODEFY. If you just go to mysealaska, you'll be able to see the opportunities page, and there it will be. You do need a mySeaLaska account. So it's really easy to sign up for one. Just put your email in order to apply to the program online. The program overall, and Sabina will talk about this, is rigorous in terms of it's here to give you a preview of a career in software development. So it's rigorous, but it is there. We are there to support you, and it's a very supportive environment in order to bring you through the skill set and help you learn all these different things. So the application process, there's a short application online. We're looking for a resume, proof of graduation from high school or having a GED, a short cover letter of basically just answering, why do you want to apply to this program, and a letter of recommendation as well we're looking for. So apply to that, or put all those things in the application. And then I will be reviewing it. I will be reaching out to you and telling you kind of about next steps, talking about the program a little bit more. There's a math assessment that you will need to take ahead of time, which you can take multiple times depending on when you apply. And then Sabina will also chat with you about the program and have an application for you. Again, this is to help prepare you to go through these interviews. And again, we're in a very supportive environment. So we are here to help you learn and practice these skills that are so essential for your career going forward. So that's kind of how the application process works. The training itself will start February 13th, and they go Monday to Thursday, the classes from 7:30 to 11 a.m. Alaska time. At some point in there is daylight savings, so I think it'll bump up an hour. So we're starting early for the first few weeks, but then it'll go up to 8:30 to noon in Alaska time. And then after training concludes, if everything is successful, you feel good about where you're at, you can be a part of the Sealaska Summer Intern Program, and the Sealaska IT team has an internship for you to take part in and practice the skills that you've learned. Again, it's mysealaska.com, so look at that for the opportunities. I'm going to turn it over to Sabina to talk more about what you learn and folks who have gone through it before.
Thank you so much, Kayla. It's an honor to partner with Sealaska. I'm Sabina Rajasundaram. I acknowledge the 22 Native nations that are in Arizona, and I am grateful to live and work on the lands of the Akimal Otham and the Pipash people. So as Kayla mentioned, the training program is 12 weeks long, and these are some of the skills that you will be learning during the training. And as you know, developing software is about solving problems, right? It's about finding solutions to problems, breaking problems down. And so these will be some of the tools in your toolbox to break down those problems and to solve those problems. So it's really important that you know a programming language, and we'll be focusing on the Java programming language. And really what we will be doing is helping you think like a programmer. How do you take a problem? How do you break things down? What are the logical steps in solving a problem? And when you know one programming language, you can pick up the other programming languages really easily. And we all know that, in addition to programming, we deal with data, right? We use data to write those programs. And so you need to know databases and SQL. And a lot of information is stored on the cloud. And how do you program, and how do you use the cloud? And so we introduce you to cloud computing. Responsive web design is creating web pages using HTML, CSS styles, those web pages. And what we mean by responsive is that if you look at a web page on your phone, on your computer, on a tablet, they need to render appropriately. And that's the responsive nature of web design. And Agile is a set of principles that teams use to build software, and Scrum is a framework that follows the Agile principles. So what we do here is we try to give you a really good foundation on the skills that you would need when you go on to do your internship, so that when you go to your internship, you will learn more, but you would have the foundation on which you can build. And while technical skills are great and important, another aspect of our training is also the soft skills that you would need to be successful. So we work with you on everything from how do you have creating a LinkedIn profile, writing a resume, doing mock interviews, and we also hold you accountable. We want you to be responsible, to communicate well, to work well in a team, and so we work on all of those skills. And something that we do well is we help you network with professionals in the software industry. So we bring professionals into our classroom who will talk to you about their experiences. You get to interact with them. You get to you get to ask them questions and you get to learn about this industry that you are looking to go into. And we bring most of the professionals that we bring into the classroom are Indigenous professionals. And this is a picture when Shauna McAllister, who's an Indigenous woman who works at Google Cloud, visited our classroom and talked to us about her work at Google Cloud. It was an amazing session. Our students learned a lot. But in addition to all of that, that she is also an Indigenous woman just meant so much to our students. And it left them inspired and having role models. And all of our guests who visit our classroom also want to get to know our students. They want to mentor them. And that also becomes the professional network for our students. And so I just wanted to share a quote from Denzi Heath. Denzi is a student in the current cohort, and Shauna's visit meant a lot to our students. And so I just wanted to share a picture of our cohorts. And as you can see, our cohort sizes are really small. This is our current and 5th cohort. This was our 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th cohorts. What we do well is we really work hard to create a nurturing and a safe space. We truly care about our students, and programming is hard. It's not easy. And we need our students to feel comfortable, to feel safe, to be vulnerable, to make mistakes so that they can learn. And when we do that, our classroom becomes this amazing space where I'm not the only one helping the students. They are helping each other. Actually, right now, I think my students are on a video call, just working together. They get together after class every day. They work on homework together. And it just becomes this amazing community. And this was a quote from Janice Tran that I wanted to share with you, just about the atmosphere in our classroom and how we work toward the success of our students. And just before ending, I just want to say this was advice that from Kyle. Kyle was part of our 3rd cohort, and he just finished his internship at a subsidiary of IBM called Nudesic, where he has been offered a full-time position. And this was Kyle's, he had been exposed to programming a little before. He didn't really like it before, but he thought, here's this opportunity, let me jump on it, let me see where it takes me. And he found that he loved programming, he really enjoyed it, but he needed that support that we offer at CODEFY to really come alongside and help you understand the concepts, break things down. And now he loves it, and he's doing such a wonderful job at Nudesic. And so, and Kyle learned about it from his auntie. and you will see that, most of our students, they come in because they heard about our program through an auntie or their mom or their grandmother, somebody in their community heard about our program and they shared about it. So please pass along the word, and we would love to work with students from with our Alaska partnership. Thank you very much. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you. Amazing. Yeah, I love how small the classes are. I love how it is, you're able to give so much individual attention to students, and you have so many connections in the tech world. So it's very, very exciting.